to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. This is Fight Night Fridays. And if you have nothing to do, or if you have everything to do, or if you just want to peek in and see, come over to Frontline Gaming Streams where we're gaming, and I'm dropping this video early. So you guys can come over there. If you don't know where it is, it's at Frontline Gaming Streams. Frontline Gaming Streams. That's exactly where we stream at, where Fight Night Friday is. We'll be probably playing Battlefield 6, what is that? Battlefield 6 demo, beta, and probably playing Marvel Rivals, or we definitely probably playing WWE Wrestling. So again, come over there. We're getting it on. We're just going to talk about a couple of topics right now, and give me your thoughts on it, right? So, you know what it is. Let's get busy. Recreation won't release on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and I can do nothing but applaud THQ. As games further and further distance themselves from previous generation, I am happy. You have to shrink that pool in order to force those gamers over. Some gamers are constantly waiting for these consoles to go down in price, as this is the first generation, because of the migration still being locked over onto the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. These console gamers haven't moved over to current gen. So I am ecstatic that these guys are now being forced over. Now, I'm not going to tell you that me personally, I was looking forward to this game in any capacity. But again, if games are now constantly moving away from last generation, that can only mean greater things for us. Me personally, I'm always an early opter into the next generation. So for me, it's like a bittersweet sorrow, because next generation starts for me next year. Actually, it really starts for me this October. But, you know, and then from there, I just expound on through to next year. And then for the PlayStation fan base, it starts in late 2027. And hopefully for them console wise, whatever that thing may be called, if it does ever come out, and I don't think it will, hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how it is. I'm going to run it up on these bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. It just seems like, damn, it just felt like they waited too long. I don't know. With Grand Theft Auto 6 about to come out, Rockstar reassures the fan base on a Reddit post that the Series S version is definitely going to show you that it's very capable machine. Fans are knowing now that out of this current gen, the weakest console is the Series S, but that was until the Nintendo Switch 2 released, and that kind of took that place. But now that we see that the Series S is a capable machine, and they said they don't have any fears at all of this thing launching on the Series S, I have a bigger fear: the cost ratio. How much will this thing actually cost us? Grand Theft Auto 6 looks like it's going to be a monster. Everybody knows that Xbox next week at Gamescom is about to go bananas, and buck bananas, if you will. But what I wanted to know was, what game are you most excited for? Because, all right, so Gamescom opening night live takes place next Tuesday, August 19th, and it will have two separate broadcasts, the show on the 20th and the 21st. And this is what it looks like on the 20th. On Wednesday, you have the Xbox ROG Ally is going to take center stage. Then you have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Dying Light the Beast, Keeper, World of Warcraft Midnight. Now, from what I'm hearing, World of Warcraft is supposed to be making its Xbox Game Pass and Xbox console debut. I'm taking that with a grain of salt. I've been waiting for it for years. I don't know what it's going to do. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Grounded 2, Hotel Barcelona, Invincible Versus, Chronos The New Dawn, Final Fantasy Remake Integrate, Outbound, Power Wash Simulator 2, Stars and Island, Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, and The Order of Giants. That's just for Wednesday. Thursday is going to be Ninja Gaiden 4, A Fate End, At Fate's End, Omnimusha Way of the Sword, Age of Empires 4, Overwatch 2, High on Life 2, Outer Worlds 2, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Fragpunk, Miss Fall Hunter, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, Final Fantasy Tactics, My Hero Academia, Silent Hill F, Lego's Voyagers, Metal Gear Solid Delta. Now, Game Pass and Xbox is centric to what Microsoft's ultimate game plan is. With their presence at Gamescom, with their partners and first-party titles, I want to know, what titles are you most looking forward to? What titles is the best titles for you? And me personally, my hope beyond hope is World of Warcraft. Honestly, I've never seen such a salty individual. And I really want to know, what the hell did they do to him in order to have him have this cult-like mindset? Sony is suing your company that you currently work for, Tencent. They ushered you out of the building. And listen, I'm just being real with you, because I understand for shock value, issuing on Xbox actually gets you clicks and views. But maybe, just maybe, you selling games onto other platforms, I guess you probably look at the juggernaut in the room and say, this is the biggest titan and this is the biggest problem. But for you to say stuff like Xbox is at a crossroads where it's going to be like Dreamcast and like Sega, I guess it feels like you're reliving the glory days. And I'm talking about Sean Layden. All right, listen, ex-PlayStation board suggests Xbox days, console days may be numbered. Right? So, he had the conversation with Game.biz the other day, and I told you about that, but it's like he's living in yesteryear, and it sucks. In an interview with Game.biz, Sean Layden, ex-president of Sony Entertainment of America from 2014 to 2019, you would think that this guy was in power for a couple of decades. But he wasn't. I mean, he was there for a long time, but he wasn't. And this is so sad, because I understand him looking over and seeing Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, stomped him out and get him out the door, and did that to Jack Tretton, did that to Sean Layden, Reggie Fils-Aimé. I mean, you can name the list of CEOs, presidents, and everything that got kicked out of the way while Phil is continued to rise. And I think it's that level of salt. It just has to be, right? He said he believed the Xbox was at a fork in the road, much like Sega in the Dreamcast days. Watching the Xbox has been what the Xbox been doing recently. I do get Dreamcast flashbacks. I get flashbacks of you being ushered out of the door, but whatever. I think Sega realized that they just were better off being a software house. Why, if you sell software, would you want a hardware developer, manufacturer, to leave the space? This makes zero sense to me. I think Microsoft is the same sort of fork in the road, and I don't think their hardware is persuasive enough to make up the ground they lost. They're not into making up ground. Like this. Sometimes the best words are left unsaid. I just feel that come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Please be better, man. Come on, man. It's funny how they used the super old picture of back when he was working there. Why don't they ever say that he currently works at Tencent? I just, I just find it just utterly strange. Stalkerism, if you will. You work for Tencent. You need as many hardware manufacturers as possible in order for you to shill your games onto every device. I mean, you're so enamored and so focused on PlayStation. Y'all even copied Horizon Zero Dawn. Like this is giving me heavy stalker energy. But I gotta hurry up. I gotta run. I gotta get back to Fight Night Fridays. Now, I do appreciate everybody for showing up and looking at the topics and stuff like that. Grand Theft Auto, I think, is going to be $100. I honestly feel that some of the packages, will be expensive. Definitely, in my opinion of it. But I also see that it can possibly be a standard and a whatchamacallit, expensive deluxe base. And that's cool. The Series S, we already know is going to run it well. And we know that the higher end of it will probably be the PlayStation 5 Pro, with the Xbox Series X edging over the PlayStation 5 base, and the PlayStation 5 base just edging out the Series S. And with no Nintendo Switch 2 version ever, we know what that really means. But again, let me know what games that you're looking forward to at Gamescom. What games you're looking forward to see more. What games you want me to cover more. We do have somebody boots on the ground over there from LogNet over at Gamescom. Shout out to Teddy. Teddy, I appreciate you. I know you're doing the Lord's work. So shout out to you. And also shout out to Attic for coming back from one of our gaming retreats that we did with our streamers this week. He just made his flight back. So, safe travels, my brother. See you when you get back home. This Saturday, this Friday is definitely going to be fantastic. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow because, summertime is ending, trying to get to the beach as much as possible. I do got a heavy interview early tomorrow at 11 o'clock with a very important client. But other than that, I'm going to do what I tell you to do, what I always do. And that is go where game is game and win is win. And, we're over there at Frontline Gaming Streams right now. This video is going out early. And I'm going to tell you, try to play the Game Pass.